Hello friends, welcome back to Value Vintage Cards. Just wanted to spend a couple of minutes on discussing kind of your last chance to get a pre-World War II regular card issue set. So pulled up the 1941 Playball, picked out two of my favorites with color, with imaging, all the fun stuff. These are kind of what's thought of as your last chance. Ted. Mine's worth hundreds instead of thousands because of the condition. That was a SGC reveal that I had from after Strongsville this year. So finally got that thing slabbed and knew it was going to come back a 1 because of the condition. This one, rock solid 1.5. That's exactly where I'd want to score most of those. Again, still probably in the hundreds. Neat write-ups on the back. There's different backs. See a lot of these, they'll talk about having a regular back or a Superman back, but Fox is a neat image. A lot of people comment on this one because you have like the shadow effect they artistically added in. So neat stuff. But that's generally regarded as like your last chance to get a regular issue. And I just want to take a minute to share things I picked up in the more recent past. Is recent and past kind of an oxymoron sentence to say, but there's another Jimmy Fox. And what's cool is still 1941, the same. Still a good image. Still got a little bit of a write-up. Now these are blank back, so you're not going to get quite as much history and story to it. This set, pretty much everything goes card 59, card 60, so they're all 2-player. I mean, they're called double play, so that makes sense, right? But they're all 2-player. The even is always on the right, the odd is always on the left, so 1, 2, and on. And then with getting 2 players, I'm really big, whether it's league leaders, whatever else. If it's a multiplayer card, I love it when all the players are significant. So you could find some of these where they're with just some player from the team you may or may not have even heard of. But in this case, super bonus, you get Joe Cronin. How neat is that? Other big bonus is that one, even in rough shape, is hundreds. This might be in the ballpark of 100. So to pick up a Jimmy Fox pre-war, the bonus, and actually maybe the helper, is that the second player, because they're not at the same level, kind of maybe it pulls down the average. I don't know. Maybe the set's just not as highly regarded because it's a shared card. But you get a second Hall of Famer, and then it's at a discount. I love that. Same thing with Ted. Look out, that thing's going crazy. It's going blurry on me. So 41 double play, 81, 82. If you're going to put a Red Sox elite inner circle Hall of Famer on a double card, you do it with Joe Cronin. And I think Ted actually has one with a different player next to him. Again, blank back. It's also just neat. One of the reasons I grabbed this as the second one, and there's a Lefty Grove I'm kind of watching that I wouldn't mind having, but I'm probably done with that set. Pee Wee Reese is in there. That's neat too. Definitely big discount over the play balls. Definitely less popular. You can get kind of that nice portrait imaging, or you can get the kind of in-action imaging. But it really is neat to see these things. The short little write-up. And again, way discounted. This versus this for conditions. And actually, probably both. Just for perspective, you're probably looking at about 1/3 the investment. So even going from a 1 to a 2, which are both value vintage prime grades, I think that's pretty good. The other thing that's neat about this, if I can get it to actually focus again, if you look at that number, if you can see it ever again, sorry, it's getting blurry on me, 886, so it starts with an 8, So as I'm recording that, that means it's a very, very current PSA slab. It's actually really nice too. I mean, it has a little bit of creasing and the corners are not perfect, but as a whole, that's a really good looking card. So just throwing that out there, if you're looking for pre-war stuff, I mean, this is kind of your last chance to have it classify as pre-war. We got into the war in, what, December of 41, so the war was technically going, just we weren't participating and active. So this is your last pre-war regular issue sets. Double play is still considered a regular set for sure. It's still popular and well known and widely produced. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you're a Joe Cronin collector, it's an uphill battle because they're pairing it with Jimmy Fox and Ted Williams. But if you're like the majority and you know Ted Williams and Jimmy Fox, having the bonus of Joe Cronin on those cards is also super cool. So quick little video. Just wanted to share some last opportunity of pre-war and some different ways to think about it. So catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.